Greetings people, 'tis I, 480 volts, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. Alright, time to finish up our business in Beacon Hill Desert, but first, let's go over my setup. Well, let's start with the equipment. As you can see, Yuna here is wearing a Ragnarok and a ribbon. Riku's got Star Bracer for the constant reflect effect, and fairy earrings for protection against confusion and berserk. Specifically confusion, that's what I'm worried about. And then Pain has a Tetra bracelet, which basically absorbs all ice, lightning, water, and fire damage, and the Kaiser Knuckles to raise her strength. For garment grids, Yuna's wearing the Shining Mirror for the reflect effect, auto reflect, and I've got her with, I've got it decked out with the Songstress, the Dark Knight, which she's currently on, and the White Mage. And for Riku, we've got she's on her usual conflagration. She's not really going to do anything besides that. And then Pain, I've got her on the Undying Storm garment grid, which if you pass through all the gates, you can get some strength boosts of plus 15. And some to your magic too, and it already comes with an innate boost of 15, but really the strength boost is the good part. That's what I'm really interested, and I just have it decked out with a whole bunch of dress spheres to make her go through that complete circuit, though really all I care about is the strength plus 15, and I just kind of now realize that. But she's also got, she's currently on the Dark Knight dress sphere, and that's what she's going to mainly focus on. That's my setup. I would like to have everybody protected against all status ailments and auto reflect, but that's not physically possible for me to do. So I've got auto reflect possible for these two girls, and then she's just got the Tetra bracelet to absorb any damage, any magical damage that's going to possibly come her way. And then I figured if anybody should take advantage of, oh no, I guess I didn't. Never mind. I was gonna say something about protect, but no, I don't have enough to go around. Well, anyway, that's my setup. And even with that setup, it's gonna be frustrating. We're gonna win. I know this because I've already beaten the boss, and I've already recorded it. This is a earlier save file that I am falling back on. This is present time, here and now commentary, but once I show this, I'm going to basically switch over to my other file, or my other recording rather, and that's going to be in post commentary after the fact. But we're going to go to Beacon Hill Desert, and it says, Demon of the Sands, a legendary fiend that sleeps beneath the sand has attacked the camp. This is it, Gullwings, let's go. Once you press go, you'll be forced into a battle. There'll be some cutscenes beforehand, but you'll basically be forced into a battle, and it's do or die at that point. And that's all going to be in post-commentary, so here we go. This doesn't look good. I think she said, boy, I'm glad you're here. She didn't sound very alarmed.
She says they're no match.
We're no match for this fiend. That's how she said it.
We've got company.
Very observant, Pain.
Everyone, be careful.
How hard could it possibly be? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would consider this to be the hardest boss in the game. Having beaten the game, I'm going to go ahead and say it's this one. It's definitely the most annoying boss, and some of it's luck-based. Now, he's made up of 3 parts. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is have Riku use her mix ability that we haven't really used a lot of. She's going to grab a stamina, well, let's see, a mana tonic, or I think a stamina tablet will work as well, and a potion. Or any curative item, I just use potion because they're the cheapest. What this does is it causes an effect that will double your, basically it will double everybody's HP, I think. And I've got Yuna going through her gate to get auto reflect, and I've got Pain playing Ring Around the Garment Grid to get her strength up, and yeah, Mega Cocktail, that's what it is. And then what Yuna's going to do is, well, for the rest of the battle, Riku's just going to do Mega Potions all day. And yeah, Perdition's Flame, this is the big bad move. He killed off Pain, unfortunately. It's basically, it's a series of hits that do percentage-based damage to your max HP. Your max HP, that means you can run out and die, as Pain just did. It's a series of hits, and he spreads it among your party members. So when there's 3 of you standing, that's when you have the best chance of surviving. When there's only 2, it's a little bit trickier because he's just gonna bounce between the 2 of you. And then if it's just one girl, yeah, she's dead. She's not surviving. So, sadly, he killed off Pain. That was annoying. Now, the strength increases that she's received from going around the Garment Grid so far are still with us. So, but the Mega Cocktail effect, that wore off. She doesn't have that anymore. But my other 2 girls do. But yeah, Riku's going to stash Mega Potions all day. Now, what I'm going to have Yuna do for now, as a songstress, sing Battle Cry and basically boost the entire party's strength. I'm gonna have her do that for a while, because what Pain is going to do for the whole battle, basically, she is going to, as a Dark Knight, use the Darkness move. Because, let me explain how this boss works. You got 3 parts. The part on the left only does physical attacks. The part on the right only does magical attacks, and the part in the middle is the main thing. You have to kill that for the battle to be over. If you kill the other 2 parts, they're not very difficult to kill, but when you kill them, the main part will eventually just resurrect them. The main part's what you need to kill. It is immune to basically any kind of magical damage and any kind of physical damage. So what are you supposed to do? Darkness is neither magical nor physical, so it will do blanket damage. And Darkness is based on strength, so the higher Pain strength, the more damage Darkness will do from her. So that's why I wanted her to go around the Garment Grid like that. And it's also why I'm having Yuna sing. Now, the reason why Yuna's wearing the what do you call it? The Ragnarok, singing normally costs MP, but because she's wearing the Ragnarok, we don't have to worry about it. And earlier, the thing did the move Glimmer of Despair. Sorry, that whole first part happened so fast, I didn't really have time to talk about everything. He did a move called Glimmer of Despair. It just sucks out a lot of your MP. Honestly, Riku and Pain, they don't really need to do anything MP-wise. Yuna is the only one that really needs to do MP because she's singing, and I will occasionally have her use Full Life when somebody dies, because although I could have somebody else use a Phoenix down, it's kind of iffy because, well, you know how it goes. You like Full Life because it resurrects him with full HP. And I really don't want Riku to do anything other than use Mega Potions. Like, I'm afraid that if I take my hand off the Mega Potions, something bad will happen. So it's like, I'm just gonna always have her do that. Yeah, Perdition's Flame, that is the, that's the big bad move. You can absolutely survive it, but most of the time, he's gonna kill at least one girl. And like I said, it is percentage, it's percentage damage, so there's really no point in, like, buffing your defenses, because I thought, like, well, if you buff your defenses, you know, that would be okay, but I don't think it really makes a difference since it's all percentage based. Yeah, Glimmer of Despair, I'm not worried about that at all. And yeah, this is where I have to switch Yuna to White Mage and have her full life Pain back up. And the annoying thing about it is the strength boosts that Pain was getting from the Battle Cry, they're gone now. I think, like I said, the boosts that she got from going around the Garment Grid, she's got that for the rest of the battle, but as far as the ones that Yuna gave her, yeah, they're gone now, so that's where this is annoying. And let me tell you something about the middle part, the part that we need to kill. It has 300,000 something HP. So yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. It took me like 30 minutes plus to beat this guy. So yeah. Because the most efficient way to do it is to actually have 2 Dark Knights while you have, you know, somebody else do your healing. And I do have the Dark Knight Dress Sphere on Yuna's Garment Grid, and she will occasionally do darkness, but she doesn't do as much damage, and I'm not sure exactly why that is. I'm guessing her strength stat isn't that high. Now, I do have strength boosting equipment on Pain, but maybe her stats just aren't that high.
May as well let loose.
Yeah, maybe her stats just aren't that high to begin with. Maybe all that time Pain spent as a Dark Knight really did a lot of boosts towards her strength, or it may just be the simple fact that she has Kaiser Knuckles on and they give her a strength plus 60, or sorry, strength plus 50. And yeah, auto reflect for Pain and not Pain, Riku and Yuna. I would like to have it on Pain, but I can't. But I've got her with the Tetra bracelet, which is just as good. Because the guy on the right, he drops magic spells on you all day, and most of them are going to get reflected. Really, about the only one that's not going to get reflected is Demi, and Demi can never kill you. But Demi can also put you in a bad spot where you're very vulnerable to taking damage. And I'm going to try to get strength stats up again. This guy's annoying. See, with Pain's Tetra bracelet, she just absorbs every element that hits her except for gravity. But this guy occasionally does other things that are mean too. If you have a way of getting Protect on, it's probably a good idea, because just to negate some of the physical damage you get from the guy on the left. And then that move right there, Bloody Breath, that does a little bit of damage and a lot of status ailments, and that's the main reason why I've got, oh crap.
Listen up.
Crap. Yeah, he does that too. He occasionally just uses Flare and will one-shot one of your girls, in this case Pain. So that's annoying. But yeah, the Bloody Breath, that's the main reason why Yuna's wearing a ribbon, and it's also the reason why Riku is wearing, whatever I put on her to protect against Confuse. I think it was Fairy Earrings. Because of all the status, he'll blind you, he'll silence you, he'll poison you, and he'll confuse you. And of all of those status ailments, Confuse is the worst. Poison's annoying, because now Riku's slowly leaking HP, but I don't care about Silence and I don't care about Darkness. But now all that stuff is bad on Yuna, because even though she's wearing a Ragnarok, she can't cast spells if she's poisoned. So that's why I just went ahead and gave her the ribbon. Now, I would have given somebody the Smooth Shaling, but, well, that makes you slow. And I could give that same girl the Speed Bracer, and what that would do is that would cancel out, the auto haste from the Speed Bracer would actually cancel out the slow from the Smooth Shaling. But that's 2 accessory slots right there, and I need those accessory slots for other stuff, so, you know.
I guess there's no choice.
I guess there's no choice. But yeah, with all of Pain's innate strength boosts, she's doing good enough damage with Darkness, but it would be great if I could get it up with Battle Cry. But every time I get her strength up to a good stat, this guy ends up killing Pain, just Pain. See, there you go, he one-shotted her. This guy had a massive attraction to just kill Pain. I don't know what it was. And this is post-commentary after the fact. This is the winning take you are seeing, but we're gonna be here for a while. Yuna, I will sing along when this guy is dead. Yeah, as annoying as it is for Pain to die, it's less annoying than if it were any of the other 2 girls. Because it's bad when Riku dies, because she's got the constant thing of Mega Potions going on, and when she dies, it's like, now I'm scared. I'm like, oh crap, we haven't had any Mega Potions for a while. And then when Yuna dies, see, Yuna's the one who full lifes everybody. When she dies, I have to, like, use a potion on her, then I have to, like, I have to use a Phoenix Down on her, then I have to, like, use a high potion on her, and I don't want to have Riku just, you know, stash a high potion, or a Phoenix Down, rather, because it's like she's busy stashing Mega Potions. It's just a whole mess. And if you haven't noticed, this guy is super, super fast. He gets so many turns in before you can get yours in. Yeah, just an annoying boss, and I'm not even gonna try to say the names of this thing. But yeah, in the meantime, we're just wailing on him with darkness, basically, and trying to stay alive.
Let's start the show.
Yes, let's. Yeah, first time I ever fought this guy, I was just like, oh, I can handle him. Probably won't be that bad. And then, yeah, he mopped the floor up with me. And then, and I was like, okay, he's very, very difficult. So I took all sorts of protective measures. But then it was just like, why isn't this guy dying? I've been fighting this guy for like 20-something minutes and he hasn't died. And then I looked online and yeah, he's got like 300-something thousand HP. It's crazy. And now Riku's dead, so I thought about, I don't know why I didn't use a full life on Riku. I really should have done that. I think I was wanting Yuna to drop high potions because I'm scared now that we lost our main source of healing. And earlier you may have noticed that I didn't comment on it, but earlier you may have noticed that I dropped Reflect on, what's her name, Pain. No point in doing that at all since she's wearing the Tetra bracelet. I had forgotten about that. But be very careful since Yuna and Riku have auto reflect. I can't use Kuraga on them, so that's
As I bear this darkness into battle, my suffering becomes my strength.
well, that's great, Yuna. Cool story, girl. But yeah, I can't use Kuraga on them because, well, they have auto reflect. So yeah. Just something to keep in mind. I'm very glad Riku survived that. Also, optimistic thinking, now that Riku died and was resurrected, she is no longer poisoned, so that's cool. She is still silenced, but whatever. Oh, no, she's not. No, she's not. That's Pain that's silenced. My bad. Yeah, so all those status ailments wore off. Yeah, make sure that everybody's protected against Confuse at least. You know, Pain, all that time she spent on her job classes, she actually... I want to say it was the Dark Knight, she learned Confuse Proof. It may have been the Warrior, but somewhere along the line she learned Confuse Proof, so she can never be confused. Like, for the rest of the game, no matter what she's wearing. So that's cool. Those are those innate abilities that you love. And as you can see, I've got Yuna joining in with the darkness. That's your ultimate goal, is to get everybody, is to get 2 Dark Knights doing it. I suppose I could have had Yuna also on the whatever garment grid that Pain's wearing, so she could do the same thing, circle around and get those strength boosts, but I needed her with auto reflect because I only have 1 Tetra bracelet. In New Game Plus, we might have a different story. And I'm not showing this battle again in New Game Plus. Like, you're gonna see it here, and this is gonna be the only time. Yeah, because, oh my gosh. I will still have to fight this guy in New Game Plus, because I want to get everything.
Here comes my trump card.
Ugh. And if I really wanted to, I could mix, what is it? I could mix a Chocobo Wing, which I don't have a lot of, with basically any curative item like a potion, and that would basically do Shell, Reflect, and Haste, and Protect on the entire party. But that only lasts for so long, and so it's like, why bother? And if you're wondering, you know, why I'm not having Yuna sing anymore, I just got tired of it. I got tired of her getting Pain's strength up and then Pain dying. So what I'm doing at this point is like, I got Yuna's strength up and that's all I care about. I'm also getting nervous because like the longer this guy goes without using Perdition's Flame, the sooner I know it's coming. So I'm like, okay, he hasn't done, like the more chance it is of coming. So I'm like, on his next turn he could use Perdition's Flame and I'm just like, okay. And that flare move is nasty. It just one-shots one of your girls. And there's no, to my knowledge, there's no way around it unless you have, you know, Shell. I could do that. I suppose I could have Yuna sing whatever song will buff everybody's magic defense. It's probably what I probably should have considered that. While she was, you know, that probably would have been a good idea. but then there's no guarantee that they survive Perdition's Flame anyway, so it's just, and then all that wears off, so it's just an annoying boss. And yeah, I can't count how many times you end up killing the two parts on the right and the left, and then the thing just resurrects them.
May pain be my blade.
How much further do we have? Oh, we still got a ways to go. We got about 20 more minutes of this, and I'm not joking. Or no less than 20 more minutes, but yeah, we're gonna be here for a minute. So I guess I would consider this the super boss. I don't know. I mean, unless there's a few other places in this run that I did not explore. Like I never went to the Den of Woe, and there's some nasty bosses down in this other place in Bevelle that I talked about in a few videos back. So maybe there's stuff there. But so far, this has been the hardest boss that I've fought, and that's what I'm gonna. When I do my 100% run, we'll see. But so far, this has been the hardest boss I've fought. The final boss is like a piece of cake compared to this. Spoiler alert, final boss is actually pretty easy if you're at all at reasonable levels. But this guy, oh my gosh. Now, like I said, Perdition's Flame, for the 1000th time, is percentage based, so it's one of those things, it's kind of going to do the same amount of damage no matter how high or low your HP is. Because I thought about giving all my girls equipment that would boost their HP. I have a few of those, but then I realized, no, it's percentage based, so it's percentage of your max HP, so like it doesn't matter how high. It's going to do bad damage all the way around. And yeah, now he killed off Yuna, so now I'm really kind of in a pickle, but it's not that bad because at least Riku's still here to give us Mega Potions. Oh man, if I did not have the Alchemist stash ability. Woo! Do not come into this battle if you have not learned it. If you have not learned Mega Potion for the Alchemist, do not come into this battle. Because otherwise, I don't know how you're healing. Because like I said, I need auto reflect on some of my girls. And so that kind of limits what the white mage can do. It's just bad. The Alchemist ended up being one of my favorite job classes of the entire game. Next to the Songstress and the Gunner. I mean, there's just so many darn good job classes in this game. But yeah, Yuna's now not doing a whole lot of damage, sad to say. So I decided to put her back on Songstress to try to get her strength back up. Yep, we got about 15 more minutes of this, I would say. That's bad, but it could be worse. Yeah, in an ideal world, you could have Shell, Protect, Haste, and I don't know, maybe auto regen, but there's no way to get a lot of that stuff on at once. Oh, and Reflect as well. So you have to kind of just decide. You have to kind of prioritize, and I think the biggest thing is making sure that, I would say the biggest thing, I guess, is to make sure you can have auto reflect, because I find that those spells that he throws at you can be more damaging than the physical attacks. There's really no way to alter Perdition's Flame, so, I mean, I guess, your goal is when one girl dies is to try to get her back up on her feet as quickly as you can. I feel like they went a little overboard with this boss, but then again, I suppose it's no different than, say, like, Omega from some of the previous games, or Emerald and Ruby weapon from Final Fantasy VII. I'm probably just whining. It's definitely a step up in difficulty because the rest of the game's not that difficult, but then it's like this boss just, I wasn't ready for it. And I kinda hate this boss. And honestly, I'm just rambling to try to say things because I really don't know. I really don't have a lot to say. Like, I basically talked about all the important stuff. And Yuna's now out of MP. Man, if I did not have the Ragnarok, I would be in a very tight position right now. But she does have the Ragnarok. Which, I mean, honestly, I could use ethers. And I suppose if you have dual alchemists, you could have one of them doing mega potions all day while the other one uses ethers and stuff, but nah. You need a constant offense, and that's what the Dark Knight's gonna give us. Yep. This is, we're still fighting this guy. See, you can see that with, that strength, those strength boosts on Pain, she's doing fairly good damage with Darkness, but that's only temporary because I'm pretty sure she's gonna die a few more times. Yet again, he has not done Perdition's Flame in a while, so I'm kind of worried. I'll say one good thing about it, when he uses it, he typically doesn't, it's typically a while before he does it again, so you don't have to like worry about him doing it twice in a single row. But it's bad when he uses Flare on one of your girls and one-shots them, and then you're like, okay, if he uses Perdition's Flame now, see, there you go, Flare, one-shotted Pain, again, Pain. Now I have to bring her back to life, because now I'm worried if he uses Perdition's Flame, all the damage is gonna be focused on Riku and, Yuna, they're, you know. So, we need to get Pain back on her feet ASAP. And Yuna decided to randomly sing her theme. I mean, I wish I was that casual when I was fighting a boss like this. You have no idea how sweaty my hands were from gripping my controller during this fight. Actually, you probably do have an idea, because everybody's been there. Everybody's fought that one boss in that one game or been through that one part where they're gripping the controller so hard and their hands are just sweaty. Every gamer knows what that's like. I'm over here acting like you have no idea what it's like. You know exactly what it's like. At this point, I don't even care about strength boosts. I just want some offense. And there it is, Perdition's Flame. Who's it gonna be this time? Who's gonna die? Yep, it was Yuna. That sucks. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it's worst when it's Riku. Because she's keeping everybody at top health right now.
No pain, no gain.
Yuna's the quick way to get everybody back on their feet. Riku's my efficient way of keeping everybody at full HP all the time, so it's bad when I lose Riku. And that's just the way I have it set up. You know, when I say things like, oh, when Riku dies versus when Yuna dies, that's because of my dress spheres. You may have Pain as an alchemist. You may have Riku as like your white mage. I don't know. You may have everybody equally decked out, which is actually the ultimate goal, but you don't get a lot of versatility in this game. I will criticize this game for that. One of the perks, one of my favorite things about Final Fantasy V was that when you learned a whole bunch of abilities, you could always switch your characters into bear job classes and take a bunch of those abilities or attributes and just like put them on there. And here, like, Riku can't do alchemist abilities unless she's an alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's ways around it. Like, there's garment grids that let you use white magic and black magic. There's accessories that let you use that, or sword play abilities.
But What can you do?
Very deep, Yuna. You know, you can do all that kind of stuff, but like you're very limited in your versatility. Basically, a lot of times, like the only way a Dark Knight can use darkness is if they're a Dark Knight. I don't think they're, like, it's not part of the Arcana categories, so like if you give somebody that accessory that lets you use Arcana magic, or the garment grid that lets you use Arcana abilities, you can't use darkness. You see what I'm saying? So you like have to be a Dark Knight to use it.
Mirrors yours.
I do notice that Yuna talks a lot when I have her use darkness. Pain occasionally talks. She'll say like, no pain, no gain, or there's enough pain to go around. But Yuna, she runs her mouth. And she's all philosophical. She's like, my suffering mirrors yours. Darkness is a double-edged sword. And then occasionally she'll just be like, this had better be worth it. Ah, thank goodness for the Tetra bracelet, huh? And yeah, there's that. Man, you have no idea how much I wish Flare was fire elemental in this game, but it's clearly not. It's clearly its own element. I don't think there is a way to absorb Flare. Like, as far as I know, I've not run into anything that would let me absorb Flare. Oh well. Let's use Full Life. And yeah, if you haven't noticed, I don't care about curing poison off of Riku. I mean, it would be nice because, you know, I get a little worried when her HP gets real low because she's constantly leaking HP. But I don't want to have her stash a remedy on herself because I need her to always stash Mega Potions. And I could have one of the other girls just use a remedy or an antidote from my inventory. I think I have like 99 of each of them. But there's no reason for him not to use Bloody Breath again. I mean, it's only a matter of time before he uses Bloody Breath again, so I'm like, you know what? Of all the status ailments there are, poison is not that bad. It's up there. It's definitely annoying, but I think confuse is worse. Now, if you have multiple ribbons, absolutely.
May the shadows be my strength.
Again, Yuna is being philosophical. All right, how much more we got? All right, we got about 6 or so more minutes, I think. I hope I've been able to keep you entertained throughout this whole fight, keep you company during, you know, keep you awake, because I would imagine this would be very, very boring. So I can't imagine my commentary is less boring, but well, hopefully it's better than nothing. Ugh. There's a certain amount of tension to this fight where it's like, you know, when you lose one of your girls and you have to quickly get him back before he does Perdition's Flame, and every time he does Perdition's Flame, oh, we learned Drain. You're kind of like, okay, who's it gonna kill? Is it gonna kill nobody? Is it gonna kill everybody? So there's definitely always a certain amount of tension, but in the end, what it really boils down to is tedium. Just because of how much HP this guy has, it's just, you're just gonna be here for a while, and there's no way around it. There's not a lot of ways to hasten this fight. That's the whole thing. I mean, yeah, if I could break HP, but like my girls don't even do damage in the, you know, the highest I can get Pain's damage, it seems like, is around 7,000. So it's like I can't even, like, break HP is a non-issue at this point. It's like, that's not even close to what we have to worry about. Oh, that looks like Riku. I hate it when Riku dies. Oh, it's so bad when she dies. So now my priority at this point is to get everybody's HP up, so that I'm gonna have them drop a couple, like Yuna just dropped a high potion on herself. And I decided to take a chance with Pain. Now, thankfully, he hit her with a Bluzzaga, which she absorbed. But I need her to I need to get Riku back on her feet. And I decided to use Full Life. Thank you for again hitting Pain with an element. I had her drop a high potion anyway. Yeah, I start biting my nails when I lose Riku. Oh, and if I didn't say so, I don't care about the fact that this guy heals the other parts. They're not that much of a threat. The most dangerous part of this boss is the one that has the most HP. So it's like, there's just no way around it. This fight is just tedious.
Might as well have some fun.
Have some fun? Is that what this is to you, Yuna? Fun? Going to the dentist for a root canal is more fun than this, boss.
I guess there's no choice.
See, that's more like it.
Here comes my trump card.
Ugh. And if I really cared, I could have put a gun mage on there somewhere and have them scan this guy occasionally just to see how far we are into beating him, but it doesn't really make a difference. He has just as much HP whether you scan him or not. I guess there's no need to like see it and let me know how long I've still got. Now, of course, I'm watching this video in post commentary, so I can look at the time on the video and be like, "Oh, this is about when I beat him." Oh, okay, just lost pain. Because we ought to be getting kind of close.
Here comes my trump card.
Oh, really now? Oh, can you please die already? That's funny, you suck in my MP when I have literally none left. Alright, Yuna. Ugh. I'm also sick of this boss music too, if you hadn't figured that out. I've been hearing it a lot. And it's forever gonna remind me of this fight. 'Cause that's where I hear it the most. Took you long enough to bring her back to life, but we didn't really lose anything with Pain being on the... Like, we weren't in any danger with Pain being dead. We just weren't getting any work done. We weren't actually damaging the boss. Oh, it's so cute. He tries to use Dispel, and that doesn't work. It doesn't work because all of the buffs that I've got, that Yuna has that I care about, are auto buffs. And they can't be dispelled. Well, here I am going for dual Dark Knights again.
I wanted to save this for something special.
I think Pain has poison proof too. That's something she learned as well. So yeah, Bio's never gonna hurt
There's
her.
enough pain to go around.
Bio's a pretty useless spell in this game, at least to me. It seemed like half of the enemies that I run into are immune to poison anyway, so Bio never works. Part of me kind of liked it better before Final Fantasy VI when Bio was its own element. Okay, well, we learned Demi. We have beaten this guy. That guy got one last bloody breath in, but now the boss is disintegrating. We did it! We won! Woo! Too long. Oh my goodness. We did it. I only have to beat him one more time in my 100% run. Actually, twice, because I'm doing a practice 100% run to make sure I actually get 100%. Alright, well, we did it. We did it. Don't have to deal with him anymore. Hey, Nautila.
You're a real lifesaver. I guess you can always count on the gullwings.
Yeah, we do all the dirty work.
Thanks.
But I'm wore out.
What a disaster.
Oh yeah, and the camp is trashed.
I guess. It's all relative. This is nothing compared to what happened to home.
She's referencing Final Fantasy
Besides,
X,
what's done is done.
and their home was destroyed by the Guado.
You're pretty tough.
Oh, you have to be in Al Bhed, I would imagine. Hey, Riku. She sort of popped up. Hey, we beat the boss, Riku. Were you paying attention?
I smell something good.
Is that all you think about is food?
Food?
Yeah, we whipped it up during the battle.
You what?
As long as we're still kicking, we're gonna get hungry. Hunger's proof we're alive.
Well, you know...
Got heaps of food. I don't suppose you're interested.
Gullwings at your service.
I'm glad you guys were having a great time doing a barbecue while we were over there getting our butts whooped by a boss. Anyway, episode complete. Ugh. But, I mean, we do need food. I'm hungry myself. I'm gonna eat after I finish this recording. Well, that's episode complete, but I'm not done with Beacon Desert, and you get a ribbon for all of that, which actually is nothing to sneeze at, so I'm glad I got a ribbon. And we got the Mercurial Strike garment grid, that's good too. Or is it? Well, we'll find out, won't we? All right, first let me talk to the girls and see what they have to say for themselves. Whew, I'm stuffed. Did you eat a lot, Riku? Did you pig out? Did you stuff your face? Between you and Riku, I'm surprised there was enough food for everyone. Oh, like you didn't pig out, Pain. I'll bet you Pain just stuffed her face. Most likely. All right, well, let's check out that garment grid. Mercurial Strike. All it does is cut down the wait time for Swordplay, Bushido, and Instinct. Nothing I care about at all. But there is something I can do in the Beacon Desert. But first thing you want to do is get your butt to a save point and save, because you do not want to redo that boss fight, right? But I'm going to do something in the Beacon Desert, but it involves me going to the Chocobo Ranch in the Calmlands. So I will just meet you there. Okay, here we are at the Chocobo Ranch. Now, interestingly enough, I have a few Chocobos, and you only ever saw me capture one. I kind of accidentally captured some off-screen, and I know what you're thinking, how do you accidentally capture? Well, I didn't accidentally capture them, I reluctantly caught them. What tends to happen a lot after you've been allowed to catch Chocobos, you will find that like you'll run into them in battle and usually they'll run away, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they actually fight you. And these little guys are mean when they fight you. They'll do things like Choco Kick, which does a lot of damage. They'll do Choco Meteo, which will do a lot of damage on the whole party. And sometimes you're waiting for them to, you know, run away, and they're not running away. Instead, they're actually attacking you. And so you find just the most efficient thing to do is to just drop some Gishal Greens and then try to capture them, because it's like, well, might as well. So this is why I have quite a few Chocobos in this ranch. Now, I could do a whole thing with these Chocobos, but I already told you guys I'm not going to, because again, it's tedium. I'm gonna save it for my 100% run in New Game Plus. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go, oh, little baby Chocobos. Sometimes Clasko's not here and it's a little baby Chocobo, you just call Clasko and blah, blah, blah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to where it says dispatch Chocobos. This is where you can send a Chocobo out somewhere and he's gonna presumably dig out treasure. Well, at this point, I wanna send one of these Chocobos to the Beacon Desert. I don't think it really matters which one you send it to, like which one, but, because they're all like ranked. And I don't, at this point, know all about how it's ranked. But yeah, send a Chocobo to the Beacon Desert. Now, I don't know if this is a 100% thing, or like I don't know if this is always guaranteed, or if this is like sort of random. But anyway, the desert is safe and the Cactuars are doing great. But if it works the way you want it to, what's gonna happen? We're gonna go digging. You sure do love a good dig, don't you? we're gonna finally go digging in the Central Expanse, where we've not been before. And when you send that chocobo out, oh, there he is. This time you'll be choco digging. Try not to get bucked. You wanna do this. I need to find a specific item, and it's in this desert. And it's just faster if you dig on a chocobo, because there's another digger out here on a chocobo, and he's gonna try to dig out stuff before you can, so you kind of don't want that to happen. So it's good if you have your own chocobo. You can just ride around, and also you won't run into battles. The item I'm looking for is not one of the yellow X's, it's one of the white X's, and it's randomized. So I'm just going to cut to when I do get the item that I want. I think right now, looks like I was scouring the area to see if I could find one more white X, and it is not there. All right, so let's just get out of here, and I'll cut to when I find the item I want. Because it did take me a while. It took me like about 10 digs, I think. All right, this is the dig where I ended up getting the item I wanted. Most of what you'll find is coins and stuff. But this time I got the key item, Desert Key. That is what I am looking for. Now, I could leave right now, but I might as well just go ahead and dig out some more stuff. And the main item of this dig. Those yellow items, they're special assembly parts. Those are for our side quest in Jose, but I'm not gonna bother with them in this run of the game, but that is something to note. Anyway, let's just get out of here. When you have when you find the Desert Key, you can yeah, okay, that's great. You can finally open up this treasure chest that has been locked this entire game. That's what the key is for. And inside is the Horn of Plenty garment grid. Let's take a look at that thing real quick. What it does, it comes with the ability Nab Gil, and if you go through the gate, you can get Jillionaire, which I think gives you more money when you win battles. So there you go, which I'm actually gonna try to make use of in my New Game Plus runs at least, so I can, get a lot of money real quick. You do keep all your money when you start a New Game Plus file, but there you go. Anyway, we're done. I think at this point now, Jose is still a hot spot, and that's just the way it's gonna be. But at this point, I am done. The only thing left for me to do in this run is to go to the final area. So we're gonna start the final area in the next video. I think it's gonna take about 3 videos, I think, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name's 480 Volts. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Pieces.